Okay, welcome everybody. I'm Bryce Root of the Root Group, and of course this is Small Biz Marketing Rx. And in doing this program, we love to feature those marketing specialists that really they jump into those subjects that for many business owners they're foreign languages. They're just way too confusing. And so what I like to do is bring people in that are kind of my go-to specialists that can break it all down, put it into Cliff Notes, and make it super easy for you to understand. So we're super excited to have Gabby Covay of Bright Valley Marketing here with us today. And she's all about local SEO. And welcome, Gabby. We're anxious to hear what you have to share with us.
Thank you so much, Bryce. Well, yeah, I have a couple of tips. I actually have 3 top tips that every single small business owner should keep in mind if they want to increase their online visibility, meaning if they want to basically use the internet to get in front of potential customers. So this is especially important if you have either a physical storefront or a location, or even if you just provide services to your customers. So one or the other, it works. And the number one thing to keep in mind is your business name, address, and phone number. Those 3 key elements of your business, those need to be consistent across the web in every single listing, especially Google Maps, especially Bing Places and the top directories, Yelp, Yahoo, all of those. So the reason being is that Google looks at whether or not your business is listed consistently across the web. And if it finds little inconsistencies in your business name, for example, so let's take a look at, the Root Group, right? So if you have your business listed online as the Root Group versus Root Group Marketing, Google gets confused whether your business is actually Root Group Marketing or the Root Group. So what you want to do is stick to one business name format and stick to one address and your phone number. Make sure those 3 things are perfectly written all over the web in every single directory. And that's going to send a trust signal to Google indicating that your business is your actual business and your information is to be trusted. So it's going to reward you by helping you show up higher in its search engine, especially in the maps section, the top 3 maps.
Hey, Gabby, you mentioned directories. What can you explain for everyone exactly what directories are and how many are they and where do you find them?
So business directories are just anywhere where you can list your business online. Yelp is a directory. It's more like a review site, but it's also a directory. Bing Places is a directory. Yellowpages.com. Back in the day, we used to have actual yellow pages that getting delivered to us at our doorstep every, I don't know, was it quarter or something? No one really uses the actual yellow pages, the book, but there's a website, yellowpages.com, where you can still list your business on there, and some people still use that when they search for products and services in their area. So yellowpages.com would be a directory. There's just so many different types of directories out there that are also specific to your type of industry. So for example, if you're a web design and development firm, you can just simply Google, web design business listings or web design directories, and then you can find a list of decent quality listings where you can get your business on there. And that's the more you list your business online in high quality websites, the more Google's going to reward you for that. So don't list your website on some foreign I don't know, foreign country websites or websites that are not relevant to what you do as a business, because that those types of links are going to actually hurt you instead of help you. So just be mindful of that. Mm-hmm.
Is there one place, or maybe there's multiple services that allow you to create like one profile?
Yeah, absolutely. So the 2 that would come to mind are Moz Local and Yext. So Moz Local is a little bit cheaper. I believe it costs about, I would say, $90 every year, and it's a service where you can put in your business information, and it sends out all that information to all the different listings available online, so that you don't have to manually go through each one, which could be time consuming if you think about it. And it, especially if your hours of operation change, you don't want to go into every, like 100 different listings and manually change it each one. It can take a lot of time. So these services allow you to just just have one dashboard where you can just modify your business information as it changes, and then it will just spit out that information to all the listings and help you get that information accurate online. Yext is a little bit more expensive. It's a little more comprehensive. I believe it gets your website listed on more than 80 or 85 different directories online. And yeah, so that one's really great. And you can even photos. So if you have new photos you want to upload, you can do that through their dashboard, and they'll just shoot them out to different directories online.
Not too long ago, you recommended Yext to myself, and I used it immediately, and it was so easy because I was going through what most small business owners go through. And I actually started creating accounts on all the directories, and there's a much easier way. And Yext, oh my gosh, so easy.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So I'm all about simplifying everything and making things as easy as possible. So if there's a solution like this, then I'll jump on it. And second tip, and this is probably the most important, if not, well, actually the other ones are important too, but this is extremely important. So reviews. Okay, nowadays reviews are everything. So a company that lacks reviews online is an invisible company. Nowadays, you need customer reviews online, especially not just on your website, but on these different directories, so that Google can understand what your business is about through your customers' perspective. And your customers, when they write reviews, they're going to naturally just talk about your services and products, but in doing so, they're going to include different keywords that pop out to Google. So for example, root group marketing, right? So if a customer writes a review about you, they're going to talk about your marketing services, your business, expertise, etc. So all those are keywords that Google will figure out what your business is all about, what root group marketing is all about. And if you have good reviews, Google sees that it will view you as a trustworthy business, because you're getting really good reviews from customers. So you definitely want to strive to get good reviews, and not just on Yelp, but Google Plus especially, because Google is very much it wants to promote its own services.
Yeah, of course.
Of course. So getting reviews on Google Plus, on your Google Plus profile, is really important. And there's a tool that I like to share with you, how basically that enables you to just quickly grab a link and send that to your customer, so they can leave a review very seamlessly, so they don't have to do any brain work. Okay, perfect. So here is the website. So it's called grade.us/labs/Google review link generator, and I'll send that to you shortly. But basically, let's see here. So you just type in your business name and your zip code. So here's an example of my business. So it pulls it up. It pulls up your listing from Google, and then you basically, let's see here. It's working, it's thinking. Okay, so it gives you Google review link options that you can send to customers. So it gives you a review dialog, a 5-star review dialog, a maps listing, etc., etc. What I really like is this one, because it automatically prompts people to just give you a 5-star review.
Nice.
They don't have to do any legwork. They can just, you already have a 5-star review, and all they need to do is be logged into their Gmail account or Google account, and then they can leave a review. So that just simplifies things, because customers, a lot of the times, not very many people know, how to leave a Google Plus review. Not everybody uses Google Plus.
Yeah, exactly.
but this makes the process simpler because Google Plus does, or Google does look at those reviews. And if you want to show up in the Google Maps section, there's 3 listings at the moment that show up. You have to get those reviews. Those are essential.
And what would you say are the maybe 2 or 3 top places? There's Google, does Facebook factor in? Yelp, of course. What are the kind of maybe top 3 places that you should send your customers to send to give reviews?
It really depends, because if you're, of course, Google Plus is applicable to every type of industry, every type of business. Yelp also, it's very important. But then you start getting into the niche specific and directory. So if you're a restaurant, for example, then you really want to be on TripAdvisor, for example.
Yeah,
that's really important. There's also other places. I believe there's OpenTable and some other restaurant type of directories that are really essential. If you're a restaurant, you want to be on those. But of course, those directories wouldn't be applicable for me, or you.
Yeah. Okay, great. Okay, so we're down to number 3.
The tip is to secure high quality backlinks to your site, and I'll break that down, basically outline exactly what that is. So you have a nice website and it's there and it's on the internet, but in order for Google to basically understand what your website is all about and trust your website, it looks at different signals from the web, and some of those signals include links from other websites. So if you get like an article written about you or your business on a really high quality website, let's say Huffington Post, right, and they include a link to your site, well, Google sees that link. It sees that link from the Huffington Post to your website. And then Huffington Post, it really likes Huffington Post because it's a very high quality website. So when you get a link from the Huffington Post, your website starts to stand out to Google, and it starts to build authority. And when it builds authority, it becomes more trustworthy. When it becomes more trustworthy, you just shoot up higher and higher in the search engines. So one of the easiest ways to get links, because it can be a complicated process and also time consuming, is to get links from your local, your chamber, right? Chamber of Commerce. There's also ways you can get links from events or sponsorships that you've participated in, or things like that, of that nature. So anything that you've done locally, always think about a way, hey, how can I get my business mentioned? Either on the website or organization's website. That's the easiest way. And you can also set up Google Alerts, and those are free for your brand name, for your business, for your personal name as well as your business. And then that way you always get alerted if your business is mentioned online. And then you can, if your business is mentioned online and you click on the link to go to that website and there's no link, pointing to your business, you can always reach out to the webmaster or author of that article and say, hey, I noticed that you mentioned, my business on there. Thank you so much. But can you also add a link to my site, just to help people get more information? And if an article already mentions you, that author is very willing to, work with you and include your website, since they already wrote about you anyway.
Yeah, that makes it super easy. And I guess that's one point when it comes to sponsorship and things like that. I always make sure that rather than just being a logo amongst 20 logos, that you ask for things that will actually help your business. So that's definitely one thing that you want to ask for.
And don't be afraid to ask, because if you're sponsoring an event, I mean, those the organization's probably very happy that you're sponsoring, so they'll be willing to do this. And sometimes with my clients, I have to manually reach out to these organizations because it's just they just forgot.
Yeah.
They forgot to add a logo. They forgot to add a link, and they're just very compliant and very happy to modify that.
Well, ultimately, you have written them a check, so they should be able to
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So that would be the easiest way. Definitely make sure to be, get listed in your local chamber. that's probably the easiest thing you can do to get a high quality backlink. And yeah, I mean, those were essentially the 3 top tips.
Those are really good ones. Like 3 things that you should do just out of the gate to kind of optimize your online performance and presence. Awesome.
Yeah.
And Gabby, how if people are interested, how can they get in touch with you or find out more about you? Where should they go?
Yeah, absolutely. So if anyone has any questions at all, if anything came up from this screen share and this conversation, definitely reach out to me. My website is brightvalleymarketing.com. You can also just shoot me an email at Gabby, Gabby at brightvalleymarketing.com. I offer free 30-minute consultations, and I love helping small business owners succeed online.
Excellent. And I can attest, Gabby and I, we work on several clients together here in the Santa Cruz area, and she's top notch. So you can't go wrong with talking to Gabby. So I encourage you to reach out to her. So thank you, Gabby, so much. I appreciate all your top tips for our local business owners.
Thank you so much, Bryce, for having me on here.
Excellent. We'll see you guys soon, and we'll be back with another interview coming up next week. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.